Still close. Let's get into our midseason awards.
It is
Brand
that time.
new.
It's that time of the year.
It's that time of the year, technically halfway through the season. I think there's still 9 weeks left. But I'll start with coach of the year. We'll go up.
Okay.
Leave the MVP last.
Okay.
My coach of the year right now is Dan Quinn. I know the Commanders obviously off to a 6-2 start. They did get the best quarterback in the draft, but I just think that guy gets them fired up. They do have an assistant head coach as well, Cliff Kingsbury, who's been playing or calling plays really well. But I like Dan Quinn. I think he's turning that entire franchise around in 1 year. So I like Dan Quinn for coach of the year.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I like watching the Commanders. They're definitely one of the more fun watches in the league. I had written down for my coach of the year, I did have Dan Campbell, but I feel like that's kind of obvious. And I feel like a guy who actually deserves it after we were doing our notes is Kevin O'Connell for the Vikings. I think what he was doing, I mean, I still think they could have won that Rams game if they go down and score and tie that game. I'm not going to really count that much against them. But what he's doing with the Vikings, obviously Flores and that coaching staff is doing really well. They got some tough games coming up in division. That division starts to play each other here soon. But overall, I mean, he has Sam Darnold. That was a question mark coming in, leading that team, looking really good. And yeah, Kevin O'Connell for me, as far as coach of the year right now. 2 NFC guys.
I like that.
Yeah.
My defensive rookie of the year for the Colts, Latu. There hasn't really been like a really standout defensive rookie, but he has 2.5 sacks, a handful of tackles. He's been playing well, just filling in on the defensive line for the Colts. And as a rookie to just come in and just be a part of the defense is a hard thing to do. Latu. I'll give the defensive rookie of the year so far.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with a outside linebacker pass rusher. I'm going with Jared Verse for the Rams. He has 2.5 sacks on the season as well. He has 29 tackles and a forced fumble. And he's kind of a majority of the reason that the Rams are in this game a lot of the time for a lot of these defensive players. I don't know how many snaps he's had. I wish it would have told me. I think he's just like you said with Latu. I think he's a fill-in guy, but he's making plays as a rookie on the defense. And they've needed that. They've needed a pass rush since Aaron Donald left and a couple of the other guys. So he's playing well right now for the Rams.
Offensive rookie of the year, I don't think there's any debate.
We both have the same guy.
It's Hayden Daniels for sure. I think if he stopped playing right now, he'd probably still win it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. That's my pick as well.
Defensive player of the year, TJ Watt. TJ Watt. He just shows up every game with a strip sack, fumble, something, swat down pass, gets a holding call, takes the offense back. TJ Watt, defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I have TJ as well. There's a handful of guys. Dexter Lawrence is playing some good football for the Giants right now. Pat Surtain is definitely the best cornerback in the league, especially Sauce Gardner's last couple of weeks. There's a couple of guys to choose from. I'm just going to I'll pick TJ just because he deserves one. He keeps kind of getting snubbed every year, and obviously being a Steeler fan and watching him, it's like, yeah, this guy's the best player on our team for sure.
Wide. Then for my
offense,
wide. Offensive player of the year, I have Derrick Henry. Might run for over 2,000 yards this year for a second time in his career. We'll see. We'll keep him going, but I mean, he's scored in every football game so far this year. He's like 150-yard average, something around there, crazy. But yeah, Derrick Henry, offensive player of the year.
Our last 3 picks, we've had the same guys. I have Derrick Henry as well. It's hard to argue that there's a better offensive player in the league right now. I mean, there's some quarterbacks you can throw in there, like obviously like Josh Allen and Lamar and stuff like that. But what he's doing, it's nice to see just a workhorse in today's NFL. It's really nice to see a guy. They don't even have a backup running back because I don't know. I'm not a Ravens fan, so I have no idea. But every week,
a third down back.
Yeah, he sucks anyway, so it's fine. Derrick Henry is a workhorse, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see a kind of a new taste of scenery in the NFL. There's just a guy who is going to get the ball 30 times and he'll run it down your throat.
Yeah. Even if he gets it like 17, but he breaks like an 80-yard run. Just crazy.
Yeah.
Then my MVP, I have Lamar Jackson. I mean, the Ravens are not winning a football game if he's not the quarterback. So yeah, Lamar Jackson's my MVP.
Yeah, there's like three guys that I would kind of choose from right now. It's Jared Goff, Allen, and Lamar. I feel like with those three guys, like without them, neither of those teams are going to win it. Lamar obviously has two. That's why I have Josh Allen as my MVP right now, just because I think like significantly. I don't want to say the Bills are worse than you guys, but as an eye test, you guys probably have a better team just overall. And I think if Josh Allen like wasn't like the Bills might look like the Patriots without him. Like they're horrible.
Yeah,
And I mean, I know they got some like all those teams have great players, but obviously the Lions are definitely the best of those teams. I think the Bills are the worst of the three. So I have Josh Allen. I think he's yet to
that's
still
fair.
turn the ball over, so he's playing really well.
He threw a pick last week, but it's okay.
Oh, he threw one. Yeah, I mean he has like I don't know,
Nah, not
15
one.
touchdowns
Yeah.
total or something to like no.
No, he's playing
turnover.
really well.
Yeah, all those three guys. I think those are the three winners right now. So tough to pick from, but
Let's talk about college ball, eh?
let's talk about some college. Those are midseason MVP.
That is
awards, by the
midseason
way.
awards. Lamar Jackson, I have MVP. Derrick Henry, Offensive Player of the Year. TJ White, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Latu. And then Coach of the Year, Dan Quinn.
Yeah, we're pretty much the same, except I have O'Connell as Coach of the Year. Obviously, Josh Allen as MVP, and just the difference on the defense rookie. Shout out to Jaden. Sure.